humble equality is humble equality. If we are focused on self-interest, we're not focused on service or humble equality. If we want to do just what we want, if any part of our system says, I just want to be this way, then we're not focused on service. There are people that in the past have spiritual teachers that have suggested, oh, we'll get into spiritual bliss and then everything will just be okay. And we would suggest that as good as that is, as good as that can feel, it is a way of trying to escape from service, humble service. We would suggest that any identification with knowledge or models or techniques or mindsets that we just looked at, scientific mindset, political mindset, philosophical mindset, all of those are glass ceilings of identification with specific knowledge, techniques, or methods that hold us back from surrendered, humble, conscious service. We, right now we're saying the word we, John is saying the word we. If we communicate, if we utilize that word in a full surrender to spirit and say, whatever moves through is what moves through. Spirit says this, we do it. We're nothing more than a puppet in this process and don't claim to be more. There's utility in that. There's service to all souls, and we intend that service. And speaking the word we until that time of surrender occurs, it's always a spectrum. There's no perfect surrender to spirit, and so comparison and contrast is not a valid thing. Does it make sense that practicing that can shift your internal dynamic of out of I and I-ness, or what's good for me, or what's in it for me, into at least a focus on the collective, a willing focus on the well-being of all, rather than for self. So this second bullet, ego messaging or tribal messaging does not generate necessary evolution of consciousness, nor does it move the needle on climate change. How many people have tried to create dramatic, strident messages in regard to the climate emergency in order to try to mobilize tribe? And how's that working so far? How effective and efficient has traditional ego or tribal messaging, how effective has it been, or how ineffective has it been? Are traditional messaging dynamics that are not designed to arrive at evolution of consciousness, they're only designed to mobilize tribe, and tribe doesn't feel like being mobilized, so it's not mobilized. Is that the way to continue? Or is there some other necessary approach that would be optimal?